Hey, this is the Fight Nerd. I'm here now with Mr. Leonard Garcia. Leonard, thanks for being here today.
It's good to be here, man. Thank you.
Now, you're preparing in a few weeks to take on Manny Gamburyan at the next WEC show. How is training going for this fight?
It's going great, man. You know, we brought in a bunch of wrestlers. We've got a bunch of big names in the gym that are willing to come down and help me out, man. We've got Clay Guida, Joe Stevenson, Cub Swanson. So I got a good squad right now.
So what are you training specifically to take on this guy?
I'm watching for leg locks, a lot of takedowns, and big overhand rights. So, I'm just looking at all his strengths and trying to turn it into weaknesses for him.
Now, you fought way back in the very first WEC show. Did you ever think it would get to this level that it has now?
Back then, man, it was basically it costed us more to drive out there and fight. And now we're finally making money. I felt like my career grew as the WEC grew. So it worked out, man. We ended up, I ended up ending at the place where I started. So it worked out really good for me.
And you've been fighting for about a decade now, pretty much, right? So, you've seen the sport really change. How has it changed since you first started fighting?
It turned into from a mediocre sport to a mainline sport, and basically just took a huge step towards, turning this into something that's legitimate now. When back then, I told my parents I wanted to fight, and, they'd kind of look down on it, and now, they're glad that I went through with it.
Now, you currently fight at the featherweight weight class. You used to fight in lightweight. Are you happy right now in featherweight? Do you want to move back maybe one day? And,
right now there's so many good guys at the featherweight division. I don't feel like stepping up is a step up in a challenge or anything. Our weight class is so swarmed right now with good guys that I feel like I'm in the deepest division out there. So I'm definitely up for the challenge. So I love 145 now. It's working out a lot better for me.
Right now, coming up at the same show you're fighting Manny Gamburyan on, so it's going to be Jose Aldo, Uriah Faber, and it basically seems like this fight might be for contention for that featherweight shot against Mike Brown again. So if you had your choice, who would you want to see win that fight?
Me and Mike Brown are really good friends. We want to fight each other so bad again. He thinks that it ended a little early last time. I feel like it did too. I'd like to get a second shot at Mike. And like to see how good it'll go the next time around. So I'd like to see Brown win just so I can get a rematch. But if Aldo wins, man, I think me and Aldo would have fight of the year. So it's kind of a toss-up for me. I want Brown because he beat me, and I want Aldo because I just think it'll be a great fight. So either way it goes, man, as long as I get through Manny, we'll work that out.
We just had Dwayne Big Ludwig interrupt the interview too. He's over there mocking me now, mocking the Fight Nerd. How dare he? Oh my God. So I was just asking, of course, Dwayne, who just pulled the booger out of my hair, before about drinking urine. And now I'm going to have to embarrass you, too, for that. So what is your take on all this whole drinking urine thing? Do you ever drink your own urine?
Never. I don't see...
Dwayne disagrees with you.
Yeah, I don't see a reason. I think your body's trying to eliminate waste when you urinate or when you use, bowel movement or whatever. I think that's waste leaving your body. I don't believe in any of the health factors in that. If I was on the desert and didn't have anything else to drink, hey, it might be there. But, right now there's perfectly good water coming out of the tap, so I'm not going to start drinking urine anytime soon.
All right, so that's another fighter who won't drink the urine, and that's a good thing to know. I can shake your hand, that means. All right, thank you very much.
You got it, buddy. Thank you.
This video was sponsored by Hoodlum Fight Gear, made by fighters for fighters. Check out their gear and apparel for men and women at hoodlumfightgear.com.